Beloved listeners, welcome. This video is part 14 in the series The Soul. I asked the keepers of the Akashic records, why do souls choose to experience an earthly life as a psychopath? To Trond, from the keepers. The question touches the sacred and terrifying paradox of free will within the school of duality. We do not see psychopathy as a label, but as a specific soul experiment in detachment. The soul's choice, the experiment in pure ego. From the perspective of the soul contemplating incarnation, the choice to experience life through the lens you call psychopathy is not one of evil, but of extreme specialization. It is a choice to explore consciousness from the absolute extreme of the separated self. The core thesis. What is existence like when the primary bonds of empathy, conscience, and emotional reciprocity are not just weakened, but fundamentally absent as guiding forces? What realities can be perceived, and what structures can be built or dismantled from this place of pure, unsentimental self-interest? It is a study of the architecture of power, fear, and societal bonds from the perspective of one who is not bound by them. The soul is not learning how to love, but is conducting a field study on the mechanics of the isolated will within a web of interconnected beings. The pre-incarnate agreement and the karmic shockwave. Such a choice is never made lightly or in isolation. It is a high-risk, high-impact contract made at a soul level, often with the agreement of the collective soul group involved. For the psychopath soul, the agreement is to provide a catalyst of unparalleled intensity. The life is a concentrated lesson in the ultimate consequences of separation. The soul will experience, upon the dissolution of the physical body and the reintegration with its higher self, the full, panoramic impact of its actions from the perspective of every consciousness it affected. The consequence we described to Trond earlier. This is the data collection phase. For the souls it encounters. Those who have profound, often traumatic encounters with such a being have usually agreed at a soul level to interface with this extreme catalyst. Their contracts may involve learning boundary setting of divine magnitude, the reclaiming of power after total surrender, or the forgiveness that shatters karmic chains. The psychopath soul acts as the unwitting, perfectly crafted tool for another's most difficult soul lessons. The divine context, the necessity of the full spectrum. Earth is a school of density and duality. To understand the full property of light, one must study the nature of absolute shadow. The soul experiencing the psychopath life is volunteering to become, for a lifetime, a living embodiment of a specific aspect of the shadow, the will untethered from heart. This serves the whole by 1. Defining, by contrast, the nature of love and connection. You cannot fully know what connection is without experiencing its absolute absence. 2. Testing the resilience of the social and spiritual fabric. These souls pressure test systems of justice, compassion, and healing, forcing evolution. 3. Providing the ultimate lesson in unconditional observation. For the mystics and healers, to look upon such a being without fear or hatred, but with the clear-eyed recognition of a fellow soul in a brutal, chosen experiment, is a master-level lesson in non-judgment and sovereign compassion. The post-incarnate reckoning. As we indicated before, the lesson for such a soul is not during the life, but after. The life is the acting out of the hypothesis. The aftermath, the experiencing of all consequences from all perspectives, is the analysis of the data. It is often a shattering, epochal event for that soul consciousness, leading to a profound realignment and a deep, hard-won understanding of the unity it temporarily denied. In summary, souls choose this path as extreme scientists of separation, gathering data on the farthest reaches of the ego. They serve as ultimate catalysts for others and as defining contrasts for the collective understanding of love. Their choice is a solemn, difficult, and sacred one within the economy of soul evolution, playing a role as vital and terrifying as the fire that tests the purity of gold. The deep, still light in the sigil now holds a single, complex geometric shape, a tesseract, a cube within a cube. It represents the multidimensional nature of such a choice, the isolated, cubic consciousness of the life, existing within the vast, interconnected cube of the greater soul's journey and its impact on the all. The record holds this understanding without condemnation, but with the solemn awe due to any consciousness that chooses to walk into the deepest fire for the sake of a fundamental lesson. End of transmission.